Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazakallah khair to everybody, inshallah, who will be joining our Friday lives. Jazakallah khair to Sister Timmy for being here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate and love your support. I'll wait a few seconds up until people start joining in. And if you have any questions regarding our coaching sessions, we would definitely love to answer those. If you're joining us from Facebook, inshallah, Timmy, could you look up the Facebook if they're joining from Facebook and then answer those questions, because sometimes we can't answer them here. And if you're joining in from YouTube, inshallah, then I'll be able to answer those questions as well. So far, we've had fantastic response. We've had good sessions, mashallah, with Sister Timmy. I actually attended Sister Timmy's class as well as Sister Sarah's class, and it was awesome. Today we have a heavy topic. Last time it was embracing ourselves, finding out, who we are, what we are. Today, our topic is unloading your burden. I do not have an activity here as per se because, it is specially for those who actually are paid members, alhamdulillah. Those activities are really deep dives. However, I think Timmy and I, we can definitely, in our emails, we have definitely felt how unloading a burden is like. So we can share our stories, and you can share your story here, inshallah ta'ala, for this short live. And Timmy, the mic is yours, inshallah, if you would like to share how you unloaded your burden, or whenever that happens, what are the signs and signals that tell you that, okay, stop now, and there's something wrong and you need to do something about it, and how do you carry on forward?
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Iram, it's such a pleasure being here as always. Alhamdulillah. So I want to start with saying that what we shared in our last email as well, that I think this is one of the classic tricks of shaitan, right? He wants us to stay so busy under our burdens, our past mistakes, experiences, what have you, so that we are not making forward progress, right? We are getting held back so much from that entire experience. We're kicking ourselves constantly, and we're not able to get past that. Sometimes we feel stuck in that moment, and shaitan wants us there. Shaitan wants us to stay there. But we have to figure out, if we are in that moment, if we're stuck, we need to reach out, we need to get help. There are a lot of things that we can do on our own, but there comes a point where we really a lot of times need help, where another human being can listen to what we're going through, and they help us sort through that. Iram, mashallah, you have been able to do that for me. You have been able to listen to me, and you see things, you spot things that I am not able to do on my own for myself, because we are in, like they say, you cannot read the label from inside the bottle, right? So you need to allow another human being to help you through that so many times. So I will share something that I was really bothered by for a long time. There was something, one of the shortcomings I felt in myself, and I was held back by it. I was feeling really bad for a very long time. And I remember one Ramadan, I attended a session with one of the speakers, and they were talking about making a list of du'as that you're going to make during Ramadan, and then consistently make that dua every single time you have an opportunity to make dua. So I did that, and I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness for that mistake, for that shortcoming. And one day I was praying, and I just felt peace. I was like, we cannot go back in the past to undo it, but alhamdulillah, I am at peace in that moment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me closure. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has helped me sort through that, right? So that only happened because someone else prompted me to think that way, right? Somebody else prompted me to make dua, and I was able to do that, and I was able to get past that. My biggest concern and hesitation, when we don't take the time to do that for ourselves, when we live in the shadows with the baggage all day, every day, unintentionally, we're passing that on to our children. And that really scares me when I think about that. when you're younger, you don't even think about things like that. But once you become a parent yourself and you see where some of the things in you are coming from, right? And then you are unintentionally passing those on to your children, what is going to happen with them, right? So it becomes a generational thing that you're passing on from one generation to another. I want us mothers to be empowered to break that cycle. I cannot emphasize enough how important this one thing is that we need to be able to do. So I'm going to hand it back over to you so that you can share your thoughts, and inshallah, we can keep the conversation going.
Jazakallahu khair, Timmy. Thank you so much. I couldn't have said it better, actually. Alhamdulillah. So anybody who wants to know what's going to happen in the session, where Timmy and we did not discuss what I'm doing today in the class. So you just got a good preview of what will be happening in the class. Absolutely necessary to break the cycle right there, to understand that. Acknowledge. And so when we're going to deep dive into unloading our burdens, the first thing that, like Timmy also mentioned, is that we need to recognize where the blocks are. And if you have subscribed to our emails and you read our weekly emails, you must have seen that I used when I was writing specifically, this happened to me, this epiphany came to me, and I wanted an analogy to make us understand, like, what does it look like unloading a burden? What does it even look like? And a ship came to my mind, and the ship is docked at the anchor, and the ship is peaceful and calm and everything, right? The anchor is one of the most important things of the ship. Without the anchor, you drift away, the ship drifts away, right? And every ship has an anchor, or at least some sort of an anchor. Every ship knows, like, if it's standing and it's safe, and passengers know, and the sailor knows, blah, blah, blah. What happens when the ship is in the middle of a storm? That useful anchor is not much helpful. What is helpful is the lifeboat with that ship, or those life jackets, or whatever it is that will help us exit that sinking ship. Unloading our burdens are exactly like that. We might be very aware of where we stand in our iman. We might be very aware of the du'as. We might be very aware of our spiritual hollowness, or our physical fatigues, or our mental blocks. We might be saying this, and we say this as women. I know I have met many women. I myself, I'm very honest when I say, I just can't get past this. I just can't get past this. I'll give you a very good example of my life. I did not complete my bachelor's when in my younger years, and then I'm still young, alhamdulillah, but more younger years. And what happened was that it took me so many years to recognize that I've always wanted to be a teacher, and I wanted to be a teacher, and now I should pursue a degree in that. And about 7 years ago, I started online studying. It took me not 7 years ago, six years ago. It was a 4-year bachelor's in education. It took me 6 years to complete it. And the only reason, and in the last year, it was when I was able to unload my burden, to understand what was that block that was blocking me from finishing it. It was a thesis. Timmy knows I went on and on with her on the thesis, and then she helped me actually with answering a lot of my questions and telling me, Acha, Iram, do this. Where is it that I can help you? And then she made a map for me to follow, and I'm extremely grateful, alhamdulillah, that she did that. Jazakallah khair, Jani. And the thing is, we need that kind of people. There are two types of people. Okay? One are the ones that you like and you love, and they love you, and they might be your parent, they might be your child, they might be your sister, brother, sibling. But when you are in a situation, they might not be able to help because they do not have the same mindset, or they lack empathy, which happens, or we do not want to listen to them because our ego stops us from listening to them. And the third one is the most common one, actually, because the same thing I'm saying to my child is not listening. Somebody else Timmy comes in and says, oh, do this. And they're like, yeah, auntie, you make so much sense. So yeah, it's the way we say things to our loved ones when we're trying to help, but we're not being helpful. But it is But our session today mainly, inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to wrap this up. Our session today mainly is about recognizing your blocks and recognizing the reasons why we don't want to work on them, and then how to work on them, so that we're able to move forward, move past our own grievances, which might or might not be a result of someone else. It might be just like, for example, like I said, my bachelor's thing, nobody was blocking me from completing it. Everybody, my children, my husband, my mother, my in-laws, everybody was like, let Iram study. They cooked, they cleaned, they washed, they did their work. They were like, you just study. And I was still unable to finish my work. So nobody was there to block me, but I needed help and I needed to unblock myself. So Jazakallahu khair. I hope inshallah to see you. I hope inshallah to see you in the class, in the coaching session. Timi, would you like to just let others know that how many sessions we've done, the classes that you gave? And I will attest to that those were wonderful classes. And if I've just put you on the spot, I'm sorry.
No. I can totally talk about that. So one of the sessions we did was on communications, communication hacks that every mom needs to know about. That was a very exciting session for me, because I feel that every time I am coaching, I am doing these things, I learn more myself. And then, as knowledge grows, we're able to share more and more with each other. So alhamdulillah. And the other session we had was about, I'm trying to think.
It was about managing time, tasks.
I'm trying to think.
Something like that, but it was good too. I attended it. If I'm forgetting it, I'm so sorry.
Yes, it was about creating lifelong connections with your children.
Yep.
All come back. I feel like it was a few weeks ago. We were on vacation last week, so
it was in July and we're in August. So yes, it was three weeks ago.
I was saying this earlier at work also, that anything that happened before vacation is a blur.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallahu khair. I see all the people who have signed up. Thank you so much. Please do pass on. I wanted to say something, and although I've not discussed this with my team, but I'm saying that if you think that you would like these coaching sessions, because they are valuable, they are as valuable as doing separate coaching sessions with separate coaches, where you're getting Sarah, Timmy, and myself taking you, with your hand, holding your hand, and guiding you step by step. And we have put in a minimum price. However, if you feel that you want to join, but the price is hindering you, contact us, ask us, because I have done this for my training as well. When I go to different coaches and when I go to different master classes, I always email them separately and I say, listen, can you break this down for me a bit further? And trust us, we want to help mothers all around. We are really sincere in our effort to bring peaceful homes. That is our goal. Sarah, Timmy, myself, Laura, that is what we are building this tribe for, to help heal ourselves, to become confident, loving mothers, and own all of those abilities and capabilities and gifts that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with. And yes, I think it's Sister Sarah or Sister Timmy who has put in the link. AllahByMySide.com, refresh, relax, and recharge. Jazakallahu khair. That's all from me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Timmy, any last words?
I just want to wrap things up as well. So inshallah, please do join us. I've shared the link in the Facebook live stream also.
Yes.
You can grab it from there as well. And definitely price should not be a hindrance. Please reach out to us, send us an email, and we will definitely be able to do something where we are able to work together. We really want to empower our sisters and make you into amazing mothers and human beings, so you are becoming confident role models for your children for many, many, many years to come, inshallah.
Ameen, inshallah ta'ala. And join the Zoom link, inshallah. We'll be seeing you there in the class. I like to chit chat before the class time actually starts so that I can catch up on the homework that I give. Okay. And as Timmy, when Timmy was my coach, I never did Timmy's homework. So she's laughed. She can say like, wah, wah. Okay, Jazakallah khair, everybody. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.